Okay, so what I'm going to be looking at for Echo is the angle control, your cooldown usage. That's mostly it. Echo is like a weird hybrid of a sniper and Genji at the same time. She has a lot of ranged pressure, but she does like to be a little bit closer, because if you're not landing your beam and cluster bombs, you're kind of wasting your time, because you're just not outputting as much damage as you could be. Her shield pressure is really strong, but it's not the only thing you want to be doing. It'd be like playing Hanzo, just Stormbowing Shield, and that's it. It's not good enough. Your comp is okay. Your support lineup is okay. The Ana matches well with you and the Echo, or you and the D.Va, excuse me. But the BAP fits well with the Orisa and the McCree, so that's okay. It's a fine comp. There's no real strong points of the comp. You guys have decent range pressure, decent spam, but not the best comp. I would like it more with a Sigma over the D.Va for sure. The enemy team is running a pharmacy. It's just awfully loud. So I think all you need to think about with your team right now is you're not going to get a lot of help on any super deep aggression, so you're not going to be running dive. And then with the enemy team, you can and should be marking their pharmacy whenever you can, because Echo is one of the best pharmacy counters in the game whenever pharmacy is within like a certain distance, because your beam, your primary fire, very easy to land on pharmacy. And the biggest thing is too is it's actually really easy to kill the Mercy. That was the first thing when we first started testing Echo in scrims months ago when she first came out. The first thing we noticed is that Echo dominates pharmacy because it is so hard to play Mercy against an Echo, at least in a pharmacy standing, because you fly up in the air and Echo just pews, and you basically either have to be permanently pocketed by your Ana, which is a waste of time, or you die. It will be a little easier with the beam range, though. So either way, there's no hit scan in the enemy team. There's no D.Va. There's nothing that can counter you. Literally the only thing you have to worry about is the pharmacy, really. That's your primary concern. You could pharmacy and then just farm tanks, mostly. Oh, funny fact about Pepper. So first season we played flag football, I think, or second season we played flag football. I think it was second. We played with a bunch of guys, and they did like a fake play, and they like collided into her, and she actually knocked a dude over. It was an accident, but she actually knocked the dude over. She was fine. She's a strong lady. I've knocked her over a couple times though. Both thought I said that. Export. I'm sorry, Baggins. Can you message me right now? I thought I did. I forgot. Can you message me? Can you message me? Baggins. This is really not something that you want to be doing. Like, your tanks are clearly pieced out, so, like, why are you wasting your time? This is fine. Mr. That's unfortunate. Already have your, I like that we are pressing them, yeah, I mean, that's basically it in a nutshell. Like, you've done nothing mechanically impressive yet, and the Mercy still dies. Okay. So you need to get healing. So the big thing with Echo is that, like, you play pass when you need healing, just stand behind shield, pew, 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 you get healing, you go back up. You start taking damage, you go back, pew, 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 then you go back again. Very shaky. Chat, are you guys seeing this? It feels like your sensitivity is very high. And I normally don't talk about sensitivity, like, rarely, if ever, but it's actually giving me a headache. Go in very aggressive here. Not a great use of sticky mines there. And I really, when you have the HP to do it, there's really no reason for you to be standing here. Again, we talked about this. What is threatening you right here? You have good cover. Why are you not actively dueling the pharmacy right here? Why are you not actively holding the space? If you're on this angle, it's going to be so much easier for you to actually land sticky mines. Your Ana can heal you, and you'll still be able to get out if you need to. I don't like where you're positioned. I feel that your pressure is very low. And now here's the problem. Now, here. Okay? Because you've backed off and given no pressure on the choke, now they can get out, and now it's too late. Now you can't angle yourself. It's over. You're not even looking at the far right now. It's over. So, get wrecked. Again, I want to look at this fight over. I think this is important enough to go over again. So right now, you guys remember when Baggins was coaching the Genji, talking about the angle control and stuff like that, and how it's important to spam from different angles whenever you can. So, like, right now, your tanks are holding their space. This is good. I don't like that you screw up your minds, but this is good. Like right now you just hold space. You can just literally just play here and drop the stairs if you need to, and just spam, 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 spam. There's no way for them to hide from this. They turn to you, you shift up, you keep shooting, you get support, you go back to your team. But right now, you're going back to your team for no reason. You're almost basically full HP. You are full HP now. And then you just go back to your team again. You're running away from a Zarya launching right clicks at you. Like, why are you leaving? This Vara should die. You could sit here and nobody's going to shoot you. Why are you leaving? And now they are able to push out, and once they get all the space, in other words, when you just let them through the choke, now it's like really easy. Now they have corners to play around. Now their Pharah is putting you in a small spammable corner, and look at their Ana. The Ana just pops off. The Ana can do whatever she wants, and she's under no pressure. So, and you could tell that you weren't positioned well angly, because if you look at your ult charge, you're being outpaced by the enemy Zarya, almost, who's basically had nothing but to shoot but shields almost the entire game. Like, there's this mindset of like, oh, you play more passive and with tanks to build ult charge. No, that's not the case with Genji. That's not the case with Tracer. That's not the case with any hero in the game. If you want to build more ult charge, be more effective, and be safer, you need to hold angles whenever you can. At least most heroes. So, your mine usage has been very, very, very disappointing mechanically. Your positioning has been poor. Okay, so right now you're on an angle, but you can't do anything on the angle just yet because your tanks are in spawn. So just chill here. Just chill. I'm trying to think if I like this rollout here, because this feels very far away. Maybe you should roll out here instead. I feel like I like this better. You wouldn't be able to like hard hold this, but you could soft contest these three guys for forever. This feels very far away. It's gonna be very hard to hit anything here. Okay, your tank's doing something, tank's doing something, tank's doing something, no, no, no. There are your tanks. This is it. This is good. This is what I like to see. Orisa's out. I don't know why she shields here, but she's out. She's throwing a halt. The Genji's about to blade here, but this is good. Or maybe not. Okay, either way, you guys push all at once, and there you go. This is why I didn't want you rolling out this side. Do you feel how awkward this feels? You're trying to get to the location that you feel like you should go, but then you almost die by the time you get there. Yeah, now you're just feeding. Yeah. There's really no reason for you not to be just kind of like even flying out in the open a little bit here, because they just don't have anything to shoot you at all. They have an Ana. That's it. They don't even have a Diva or a Zen. They have nothing. This is good. This is good. Shooting that far off. Probably winnable here. Maybe. Maybe not. Okay. I'm gonna be honest. Your angle control is bad. In terms of, and your rollout was bad, but you're by far your biggest shortcoming, at least at what I assume this is what, high plat, is you look mechanically very weak at this hero. Off angle poke, yeah. Like, you look bad at Echo. And this, I would be surprised if you have, how many hours do you have in this hero? I'm guessing it's not many. $17 hours, yeah, that's not many. And by the way, it's okay. It's okay to have bad aim. What is your EDPI? What is your sensitivity / DPI on your mouse? Because I think any sensitivity can work, but I think there's some sensitivities that are just naturally harder. Like, what's your DPI on your mouse, and then what's your sensitivity in game Overwatch? This is better. I like this play, by the way. This is good play. This is a good play. Probably would have liked you to use your abilities first. You know, use your sticky mines, use your beam, see if you can get a quick pick, and if it doesn't work out, nobody's 50 HP, then pop it. But this is great. This is exactly how you want to use your Sigma is not always a good copy for Echo, but if you can do this, then this is a perfect copy. This is the best hero that you could have chosen, and you're executing very well. Again, your aim looks very shaky. Yeah, they just nanoblade, and that's unfortunate. I mean, what is she going to do about that? She can't do anything. You poop all over her. Good. It was good fight. 5.2. Okay, so your sensitivity is fine. Maybe it's just the replay. You look very shaky. Aim is just like that. Are you normally shaky? I'm a little shaky sometimes. So like if I try and hold my hand steady, I'm a little shaky. Huh, okay. Something to look into. Oh, you're defacing the wall! Oh, so this is all a big ploy. You're going to deface the wall just to show the lack of respect you have for this building. The enemy team is going to go, oh my gosh, this man has absolutely no filter. He doesn't care about anything. He just busts the wall and just defaces stuff. What a terrible human being. And that, in following the suit, will spark a resentment, a fear. It's like, you know, when you see somebody that would slap a baby, man, you would be, that person is disturbed, right? Like, what kind of person just defaces property for no reason whatsoever? That is a psychological warfare to the nth degree. That's actually a pretty big brain. Well done. That was okay, by the way. The flank was okay. You don't always have to flank that far, though. Okay, get healed up, go back in. I mean, you're there for 2 seconds, so you've already almost killed the Pharah and already almost killed the Ana. Look at you. Look how much damage you're doing. Sticky bombs, sticky bombs. Don't know why the McCree was there. Yeah. That's why when you do fly, you still want to be near a corner. But better use of angles there. It's just give me a headache. Okay. So, the angles that you had at the end was good. I would have preferred you to, like, there was windows of opportunity where you could have gotten kills too. So that's the thing, is it was better than it felt. Because right now, this Ana should die. This Ana should 100% die. You mess up your grenades, and right now you miss an opportunity to beam her. Look at her HP. Even if she nades herself, she probably dies. So you miss that opportunity. Again, right now, there's another beam opportunity. If you beam her for a quarter of a second, she's dead. And it's worth it, because it's easier for you to beam than it is for you for her to lay that next rocket. So, whoops, my laptop is low. Give me 1 second, guys. But you can kind of see that even though, like, mechanically you play it really poorly, it just kind of looked really clunky, that you still, despite that, you still almost got a bunch of kills, invaded a lot of attention. You forced an aid, you forced the pharmacy to be shooting you, they never killed you, the Ana couldn't aid the enemy team, they turned around, you forced Valk as well, or it looked like you did. So, you know, even though the execution is poor, you're still on the right track. It's like, you know, having a really unartistically leaning person, but because they, like, follow the YouTube video to a T on how to draw a cat, even though they suck at drawing the cat, it's still recognizable as a cat. Because they did this, they followed the proper steps. And if you keep doing it again and again, eventually not only will you be doing the right thing, you'll be doing the right thing and with the right way, if that makes sense. Because it won't just be about following the motions, you'll actually be good at following through the motions. Because, like, right now, this is what I expect you, after this VOD review, you to be trying to do. Not necessarily always hard flank, but, like, taking angles, spamming from here, spamming from here. And it's not like all of a sudden you're going to win, like, 15 games in a row, right? It's going to feel awkward like this. Again, right there, you miss cluster mines on a grab. Like, that would have been huge. But what it will do is it will eventually set you on the right path that you consistently find more value. And then once you actually get good at your mechanics improve, your cooldown usage improves, you'll be a murder machine. But you need to be doing the right things first. focus on your mechanics and stuff once you've set yourself in the right position, right? You make like this. What are you doing? Like, you look lost. Everything about you makes me uncomfortable playing the game. So I don't know if you just always play like this, but this and Chad, I'm not the only one. I'm not trying to be insulting. Actually, yes, I'm trying to be insulting. That's my whole point. What the heck is wrong with you? You look like you're drunk. If he's using a sticky bomb save target, I mean, he should be ready to commit, but you don't need to commit. I think the sense is fine. Like, maybe he could like lower it. Maybe that would help, but I don't know. Something's off. Do you play any more Echo? Because I prefer to get it all done at once. That way we can kind of stay in the same topic. But it looks like you just played Doom for the rest here. Yeah. Okay, so big thing with Echo, look for those angles that you had there at the end that felt like your impact was really high, and just you need to rep out the hero more. Like, that's generally the answer, but you need to rep it more. Learning mechanics, I mean, you can't really learn mechanics. Like, there are certain circumstances, like, I know Carter OW would be, you know, turning over in his grave if he heard me saying that. But, like, there are certain mechanical, like, things that you should be working at, but in general, like, ROI, return on investment, is always better to focus on your game sense, your positioning, and stuff like that. And then through just sheer repetition, your mechanics will get better naturally. Like, positioning and ult usage can get better through sheer reps, but you want to, it's a lot less likely to be occurring. Like, let me put it this way. If you're playing soccer, right? And all you did was you focused on, like, okay, where do I need to be? Do I need to be playing defense here? Who do I need to be passing to in this particular circumstance? And you didn't worry so much about how accurately you were kicking the ball. Your accuracy of kicking the ball would get better regardless of whether you focused on it or not. But your decision making in the game would not improve as fast as your mechanics would if you didn't put focus on them. That's why when I'm coaching you, I rarely say focus on your mechanics, because your mechanics will get better a lot easier than your game sense will. You need to focus on your game sense, but you don't always have to focus on your mechanics for your mechanics to get better. It's an extremely long-winded, bad explanation, but I hope you get it. I mean, if you can't land a single pass, obviously. But so far, you know, in the game of Overwatch, you'll land the passes. Not a lot, but you'll land them. All right. Attack Doom is interesting on this map. This is a good, or a fun Doom map. I wouldn't say a good Doom map. But interesting choice for sure. Okay, that's not something you're normally used to going into. You punch a wall. No idea what that McCree is doing. Oops. But yeah, when you are on attack especially, you're going to have to be really creative about your pathing to be able to find value as Doomfist, because you have no space. You're starting here. Like, how do you punch the enemy team when they're all on high ground? You either have to flank all the way around, or you can play like a bait style where you wait for them to go in, like maybe this Doom slams in and then you punch him, or they're McCree to overextend and then you punish him. So like, you're either AFK setting a trap, or you're proactively like flanking and taking different angles and finding a way to get to them. Because like, it's gonna be really hard. It's gonna be real hard. Like right now, you probably should just punish their Doom. That's what I would do. That's what you accidentally decide to do, but I think that's what you need to be doing. Whenever you do, so think of it as like Echo. If the enemy team has an Echo and you have an Echo, and she's like sitting up here, like you can't just stand and choke and stay on the enemy team. You either have to like flank all the way around and maybe catch the Echo by surprise, or you wait for the Echo to overextend and then you punish her, like what you did with the Doom there. And that's because you don't have the map. You don't have the high grounds. You don't have the control. You either need to take a long flank to find a way to get it, or you wait for them to make a mistake. Don't overextend. High charge Zarya is scary business. Like right now, what are you doing? You're gonna ult. Oh wow, you actually got pocketed. I was too far. It's good of your Mercy to go that far. I don't know, guys. I think you guys are thinking way too hard. Practice your positioning and you aim, but you have to think about your positioning more to practice it, where you don't have to think about your aim as much. For most people, anyway. Shh, shh, shh. See, now you have space, right? Now you have the map. Now you guys can spread out. Now you can just do whatever you want. You can go in backline. Like, now it's pretty equal footing right now. So now you don't have to, like, think too hard. Like, you could pick on their Ana. You could counter the Doom. You can kill tanks. Especially because you have ultimate, you're a lot more flexible. You could go for that. 100% go for that. Ah, that's unfortunate. Final. Questionable. Doom ult. But it works. Gets away with it. What is that tomb doing? I guess it's working. Hey, Sign. How's it going, brother? So, like, right now, go high ground. They're not... Go high ground. You might as well. Alright, let's get him. Get him. Nice. Nice. Okay. Immediately take space if you can. You can go up top right. Yep. Look to see if they're taking the fight, though. Look to see if they're taking the fight. You need to help your team fight if they are fighting. You can't run away. You can't. You need to punch that. You fully charge punch that. Okay, you got ult. Sorry. Or that. Bat? Oh, that's so visually confusing. Clunking your abilities a lot. Nice. That was clean. That was the cleanest combo you've done yet. You were a odd duck. You were... Sometimes just show a lot of smooth, and then sometimes it looks extremely awkward. I feel like I'm watching silver gameplay, and then I watch a diamond combo. Bizarre. Okay, so again, we're in a very similar circumstance that we were on first attack. They're holding the choke, they have the entire map, and you can't really kill their Ana right now. So what does he need to do, chat? What does this Doomfist need to do? How does he need to play right now? Cody, get water, dude. Son of a gun. You can fight tanks. Yeah, why is fighting tanks more of an option right now? Yeah, exactly. You've got nowhere to go. Like, what are you gonna do? You can't flank. There's nowhere to go. Just shoot tanks. Beat up the tanks a little bit. As they back out, maybe you could take space and then go for backline. But yeah. You don't even punch away. Like, what am I looking at? This is bizarre, man. Thank you for the follow. Aztec! Hey! 안녕하세요. I know. Okay, so Aztec. I took Korean lessons like a long time ago. And I remember like 2 words. 안녕하세요 and Chegi. But I don't even remember what Chegi means. I don't remember. No, you're noob. Aztec noob. Wait. 감사합니다. Wait. 안녕히 하세요. 안녕히 가세요. 안녕히 하세요. Wait. I can't remember. I'm trying. No, I'm not saying that, Evie. I did. I took Korean lessons for a couple months, but it's been a long time. Yeah. What is another one? Dresong, something. I'm sorry, Dresong. Shoot. I can't remember. I'm trying. Yeah. Anyway, hello Aztec. Are you good, Aztec? You getting sleep? Lots of sleep, Aztec. Joy song. Yeah, something like that. Good. Okay. Work hard. Work very hard. Get lots of sleep. And remember, loud. You gotta be loud. You loud, and you'll win a lot of games. Okay. But yeah, you're trying to flank, and it's not working because you have no space, and yeah. I mean, if there's nobody there, then sure. Like, you did that on the first point, and it worked fine, because they can't cover the whole map, but this is fine. But you probably would want to get out. So, like, what you want, it's like the idea is fine, but the execution is bad. So, obviously, if you punch a target, you're not going with it. You stand still. So right here, punch here, uppercut him into your team, and then punch out. But instead you punch him, he's bubbled, and you just die. Yes, loud. Very loud. When the Rhine was chasing me, should I have fought him? I mean, it's not really important. Yeah, probably, but I definitely would have probably gone for... Definitely would have probably. No, but I probably would have gone for him, yeah. Okay, so you really need to help your team fight tanks, otherwise you're not going to get anywhere. It's fine. I mean, he should just die now. Yeah, that's stupid of him. Again, like, this is not going to be... Like, this is not going to go well. You're trying to go super deep when you have no space. Rin, yes, thanks for the follow. Like, I don't know what you're expecting here. And the thing is it's not even just, oh, if he lands the same. You're dead either way. You don't have punch yet, and you don't have ult yet, and you're way in deep, and your team isn't there yet. So this is a feed whether you land the slam or not. You're dead. You go hard with 3 cooldowns when you need to clutch, so like your team's gonna die if you don't, or you have an escape route. So like what you can do is you can like punch, slam, uppercut, shoot, and then you can like land on a high ground with the uppercut. So where it's kind of an escape without the cooldown. So in other words, like, can you guys see my mouse? Yeah. Punch, slam, uppercut up, shoot, and then you like land on a high ground. Or maybe you slam, uppercut, and then you can punch out. But yeah, generally it's only when your uppercut like leads you to an escape route. Like that right there. Like, what am I? I'm just so confused. Just go for the Reaper. Push the Reaper. Your team is with you. Push what your team is pushing until you get space. That's, by the way, that's just a general concept, guys. If you don't have map control, to take map control away, you push out one of the sides as like 6 or as 4 or 5 or whatever, and then you can push main. You don't just walk main. You clear out an angle, you clear out the flanking Reaper, and then you can push main when the Reaper's not in your flank. If you're Doomfist, don't go and take flanks away by yourself. Play with your team, and then you can go flanks later on the fight. Baggins, I keep forgetting. I tried it. It didn't work though. I can't remember if you told me some other way of doing it, but I don't know. Oh, I know how to. I still don't know how to play Doom. I'm a bad Doom. I mean, I know how to play him, but I can't play him. So this is fine. You notice, chat. By the way, stop, chat. How did he access backline? This is again the important concept. Display capture, dude. OBS sucks with display capture. Sucks. It is so buggy. But right now, staying on topic. How does he access backline here? It's very important. Yeah, flank was clear. Also, what kind of flank was it? XSplit? Yeah, maybe I should use XSplit. I like OBS, but it bugs all the time. No, it wasn't a soft flank. It was a hard flank. Yes, it was a hard flank. Like, he had to do what he did in first, where he, like, walks all the way around behind. Because if he tries to do this cute little soft flank here, they're going to be there, right? So he has to hard flank, and he can get to the back line. It's the same thing that he did on first point. The exact same concept. So this is fine. If you can hard flank so that you can get backline, so you can bypass your tanks, that's fine. The ironic thing is the biggest danger with hard flanking is not you dying, it's your team dying, because you have to time it so that you get to your location before your team dies. Because it takes you so long to get there, it's a little harder to judge when you should hard flank. So like right now, maybe as he's hard flanking, his team goes in, they take a 5v6, and then he dies. Which is why, if you can, being in voice, be like, hang on guys, wait, okay, go. It's really helpful. But this is going to work. This is a good play. He's going to get Mercy Beam. He's got the Ash turned around. He can go in with all three abilities, get some shots in, and now he's fine. And now right now, yeah, it's fine. It's like pretty much just a GG one fight. But chat, do you notice how nothing about this had to do with his cooldown usage, his ult usage, his mechanics? Nothing. It was a decision he decided to take a hard flank that single-handedly won the fight. Why did he hard flank? Because otherwise, he's going to get checked because he doesn't have the map. Right? Why did he use all three cooldowns? Because he had his ult. Why did it work? Because he was able to get to the backline without having to punch at the tanks. Oh, thanks, Fagans. Yeah, it's all macro. It's all decision making in macro. That's questionable. Very greedy. But yeah, that was great. That was a hard carry fight from you, even though you mechanically didn't like do anything crazy. Nice. This is what cracks me up. This is your gameplay in a nutshell. I'm gonna call you up. You anticipate Reaper ult, and you punch him out of it. You knew it was coming. And then you do this. Slam a Mei, miss a slam, uppercut a Mei, miss the uppercut. And punch, well, that punch would have landed. But yeah, then that happens. I'm just so confused. So confused. And then that. What? What? You just missed you just missed 4 abilities in 10 seconds on a Mei. I'm so confused. Your Master Sun tank. Okay. That makes sense then. Yeah, your mechanics are awful. Do you know the roll? I assume you know the rollout off this roof, right? It's not always worth doing, but if you're gonna roll out there, it's definitely worth being aware of. You know the rollout off of this roof, yes? Okay. It's very easy to do. I probably would have gone for it there too, because that echo was pretty close. Yeah, who doesn't? Yeah, good question. It's fine. Pressure him out a little bit. Shoot some tanks. It's fine. I mean, this is not a really great pathing from your team, but I mean, it is a pathing. So And there you go. You have the map control. They try and then you flip the map. So now you have map control. They're pushing into you. And then you just kill squishies. Easy. Now you can go for whatever you want. Literally whatever you want. That's unfortunate. Easy. Again, it's a macro concept. You hard flanked, you baited attention to yourself, you got out and survived. That allowed your team to push up and flip the map, so then they had to push into you, and then you go into them. So our theme of the day with this Doomfist is knowing when you need to hard flank, and knowing when you can just play, like, quote-unquote, normally. Right now, you can play whatever you want. See, like, it's so easy. Whatever, get out, fine. Oh, that's unfortunate. I'm gonna hard flank again. And again, you hard flank because your Ashe died. Like, look at your space. You have no space. Your team is all clumped up, so you hard flank to be able to get backline. This is fine. You miss your slam though. It's actually terrible. And then that happens, and then I don't even know. I have no idea what's going on anymore. There we go. Oh, that's so unfortunate. Goes Ana and you C9. Well, you lose either way. Okay. Okay, so big thing with Doom is you need space to be able to kill squishies. So you either make that space by playing with your tanks and smashing around the enemy team until they spread out, and then you can go get them, or hard flanking. Now, if you're starting first Doom on defense here, you don't need to go in hard flanks, because the squishies are going to be right in front of you, and you have the map. So you don't have to play super cute. You can just play like normal. But like, let's say that you were trying to retake, like let's say you lost a fight and then you had a retake, you would have to do this number. You'd have to come out here, you'd have to kind of, you know, let your team go here, and then you'd have to hard flank this way, and then access squishies this way, right? Or you would just play with your tanks, smash and bash, come this way, and then you'd go in. But do you understand that concept? I feel like it's a little bit theoretical. I don't like theoretical concepts, but it's a really important one. Thank you, Beth. Do you understand? You're still kind of confused. Okay, so let me explain this one more time. What are you trying to do with Doomfist? Why are you playing? What does Doomfist want to do? Do you want to hop into voice? I don't know how comfortable you are, or if you have a mic available. If not, no big deal. Get picks. Okay? Before I can explain it more, let me know if you're available or not. If not, I'll explain it. Yes, you can? Alright. DM me on Discord. DM me on Discord. Yeehaw. Yeah, Supercell and Genji. Okay, there's Metal Speaks. Okay, we're gonna call Metal Speaks real quick. Hello, can you hear me?
Hello.
Hey, so let's make this simple. You want to get picks, like you described, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. Who are going to be the easier people to get picks on? Tanks or squishies?
Definitely squishes.
Definitely squishies. Also, if you're doing things like bullying tanks, you want to do it like where you want to do it, right? So if you want to punch a Reinhardt, you want to punch him where he's got his back against the wall, so you kind of pick the location, right?
Yes.
So to get to squishies, I don't know if you can see my stream now. To get to squishies like backline here, if you're on defense, very easy, right? To punch a Reinhardt when he's walking through a choke because he has to, very easy. Is kill squishies that are here to go from high ground, all very easy. Everything is easy when you have the map. When you're, you have the choke, they have to push into you, you've got all the space in the world, right? So when you have the map, when you have the space, and the enemy team has to push into you, it's very easy. Think Horizon Lunar Colony Defense. Easy as pie to play Doomfist there and get value. But then if we flip-flop it, and now you're Doomfist on attack on Horizon Lunar Colony, or on Route 66, you're going to have a bad time, aren't you? Because everybody's on high ground. They have all the angles in the flanks. Your team is the one that has to walk through a choke. And how the heck, as a Doomfist, are you supposed to punch an Ana up there, or slam an Ana up there?
You can't. You have to like either save your team if they already have a flank cover. You have to
Right. You either just play with your team and just, I guess, punch the tanks until your team gets enough space out in the open to where you can get to the backline. Because remember, the Ana and stuff, they can't stay here forever. Eventually, your team will, like, they'll have to drop for the choke, and then maybe the Ana goes back, and she's, like, back here. And now it's a lot easier for you to get her to her, right? You do that, or you did, like, you're doing it, you're applying it in-game. I'm watching you, because you're like, gee, I can't do anything on the high ground there. So I'm going to go all the way around where they don't see me, they don't see me, they don't see me, and then maybe I can catch somebody by surprise here. And even if you don't kill them, because you didn't kill the Ash, right? What they do is they all look at you, they all throw their cooldowns at you, and then you just drop and you survive. And meanwhile, your tanks are walking up without taking any damage.
I see what you're saying.
And the same thing happens on third, because it's like, okay, shoot, on third, we're good, we have all the space, we're snowballing them, and then you lose the fight. Okay, now shoot. They're all standing right here. How the heck are you supposed to kill an Ana back here, pushing through this choke or through this choke? It's not going to happen. Zero chance. So the only thing you could do is bully, work your way out of the choke by just abusing their tanks or going a long flank to get to the back line. Same thing applies on second. If let's say that you guys are pushing cart, but you guys don't manage to get onto high ground here, and there's an Ana, like you saw the Ana up here. How do you get to the Ana up here?
I had to hard flank.
You have to hard flank. You have to go like all the way through this way, or you have to sneak up through this way, or punch across this way. And even then, it's still hard because you can't really commit because you're not going to get any help. That's why heroes like Winston and Diva or Die for a while was strong, because it was a lot easier to just kind of like go to anybody that you want, whether you had the space or not. But even here, like it's like, how do you either just stay on cart and you just kill whoever touches cart, which is like dangerous because you can get shot and killed from above, or you have to work all the way around. But again, if I flip the circumstances and you're on defense here and your Ana is on high ground and you're on high ground with your Ana, it's easy as pie to drop, punch the Reinhardt, right? Or to drop, slam on backline, right? If their Ashe coach guns up the high ground, she's going to get murdered, right? And their Doomfist has to go all the way around, because if he just walks up and uppercuts up the high ground and tries to kill your Ana, he's going to get sandblasted. So the concept I want you to understand is when you are the one that's trying to take away space, to push into the enemy team, what do you need to be doing as a Doomfist? What are your options?
So if the flanks aren't covered, I can hard flank. Or if they do have a cover, I save my team and I bully the enemy tanks until I get an opportunity.
Yeah, you just play patiently, right? Now, but what if you were on, I don't want to say defense because sometimes it depends, but what if you're on attack or defense and you have all the space in the world? Like your team you have all the high grounds, and the enemy team is having to push into you. What are your options?
Yeah, you want to like set up on high ground, like wait for them to come through.
Yeah, exactly. And you can do anything. You can drop uppercut, slam, then punch. You can drop punch. You can drop slam. There's like, you can do whatever you want, right? You don't have to work hard. It's you have everything handed to you. The reason I say I don't want to say attack or defense, because like let's say right now your team is really fast. Like let's say that your team just caps and your Reinhardt and your Mercy and your Ana, they all literally run to high ground and they all hold up on high ground here. And these guys are kind of pushed out of this choke, right? You remember late second contests, right? They're basically on attack now, right? So if they're on a late second defense and you guys are on cart and you've got like high ground control, now you can do whatever you want. You don't have to hard flank. So it's not so much attack defense as it is who's got all the spots on the map that they want. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
So all I want you to do is I don't want, like, it's still a tough concept. Like, you can understand it, but it's going to be hard to apply. But it doesn't matter. Like, the goal is not for you to completely 100% understand everything about the concept. The goal is that you understand the concept enough so that when you go play Doomfist in comp, you can start thinking about it and learning on it on your own, right? Because you're going to go into comp and you're going to be like, okay, I don't really know if I should be flanking or doing this here. And you're going to sit and you're going to think about it and you're going to make a decision and you're going to try it. And it's going to work or it's not going to work. And then you're going to think about it some more. And you're going to do that times 5, times 10, times 20, times 100. And you're going to learn more than if I just told you always hard flank the Doomfist or never flank as Doomfist. Because the goal isn't for you to just become a smarter player. The goal is for you to actually learn how to solve problems like this on your own.
Yeah. I have a question.
Yeah.
Like I have a problem like diving Ash as Doom. It's like she has coach guns.
Yeah.
I try was it slam uppercut, but she just kites me away for shift.
Yeah. So the thing you have to understand with Ash is because of dynamite and stuff like that, it's good if you have proximity to her. If you can get close to her without using cooldowns, even if she does coach gun, you can punch in. Sugar Baby thinks to fall. You can punch in. She coach guns. You can then slam to follow, or you can slam in. She coach guns. You can punch to follow. Obviously, only do that if you have ultimate or a way of getting out.
Yeah.
The other thing about Ash as well is you should be keeping an eye on her coach gun because a lot of Ashes will be like they'll be positioned like right here, right? We'll wait for stream to update. And they're like shooting, and they're like, this isn't really good. I can't see a lot. They coach gun high ground. This is your window, right?
Okay.
So if Ash wants to use her coach gun to get to a better position, she has to do so at the risk of being more vulnerable. It's the same thing as an Ana. She can never use her sleeper nade, but she's going to be weak if she does so. She's not going to be very good. So the second she uses her sleeper nade aggressively to find value, she's vulnerable, right? And that's when your opportunity to go in is. So there really is no answer outside of you just need to pay attention to when she has it and when she doesn't. Because if she does use her coach gun, not only is it easier for you to kill her, it's more important for you to kill her because if you don't kill her, she's in a really good spot that'll kill your team.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's no like little life hacks or micro, at least that I am aware of, that will make that whole matchup easier. It's just hard, and it's going to be important that you just like keep an eye on her. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have any other questions?
I do have a question.
Yeah.
Like, how do you play Doomfist into like multiple CCs? Like let's just say my team is running like Ryan Zari or something. Like, how do you want to play into multiple CCs or like double off tank? Or
you are playing into double off tank, or your team is playing double off tank?
Like let's just say my team's playing double off tank. Like, they're not gonna be taking that much CC compared to like Ryan Zarya. Or
I would say play more conservative because like remember CC is always like a compensation for a lack of damage elsewhere. So like if the enemy team is running Zen, it's a lot easier for you to dive backline, but it's also more important for you to dive backline because if you don't, the Zen's going to kill your team. Whereas with Brig, she obviously is stronger than Zen right now, but just in general, Brig finds value out of her whip shot and bash, but she also is not going to murder your team if she survives. You know what I'm saying? Like if you there's heroes that have a lot of CC, but they lose the damage because of it. So if you play more conservatively as Doomfist into heavier CC comps, your team's not going to just get sandblasted by their damage. Like, look, again, Mei, Brig, what's another heavy CC hero? Ball, any hero that has a lot of CC, even McCree to an extent, they don't have a ton of just raw, especially tank damage. So you don't have to feel pressured that I need to be getting picks even into the CC. You can put pressure, you can punch tanks, you can go in when they don't have their CC, you can go in when they do have their CC, but you have your ultimate. But I think it's just the mentality of like, okay, if they have a lot of CC that counters me, I don't have to be as greedy because they're not going to punish my team if I don't kill everybody single-handedly. Whereas if they're running like Ana, Zen, Bastion or something stupid like that, yeah, if you're not getting picks into that comp, yeah, your team's going to die. But then that's also compensated by the fact that they don't really have a lot of tools to deal with you. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right, man. But I'll say again, no micro like individual things. Just focus on playing more conservatively, fight for space, and then obviously kind of like the Ash situation, look to go in a little bit more aggressively when you know they don't have those CCs.
So so for my Echo, you want me to like off angle more?
Yeah, toy with it.
Alright.
Yeah, toy with it. Same thing as Doomfist. I'm not telling you that off angling is going to solve your problems, but I want you to start thinking about off angling more.
Yeah.
And then you'll kind of get a feel for when it's good and when it's bad. Okay. Do you have any other questions?
No, that's it.
All right, man. Appreciate it. I will chat with you later. See you.